Greetings, everyone. I hope that this live stream finds everybody well. I'm going to give a little time to everybody to log into your accounts because I know that not everybody gets notified on time. But if you happen to be live with me right now, please do send me a chat right here on the side. Let me know where is it that you are chatting from. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ama LightWorker, and right now we are going to be doing a live Akashic Records reading, looking into this eclipse November 19, 2021, and how this eclipse may be affecting us as a collective and at an individual level. These are general readings, and for those of you who are interested to have a personal consultation with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You are also going to find my contact information posted down here below in the show more description box. So I see Warrior Girl from New York, Lisa in Southern California, Nicole, hi, how are you? And Nicole, ever since she had a reading with me, she has published her book on astrology. Rudy Tavares, how are you, from Portugal? Cosmin from Portugal is well. So how is everybody doing with this eclipse? Cynthia from Connecticut. We are about to enter a time of eclipses. We're going to have eclipses back to back. And this one right now in November, another one in December. And then next year in 2022, we're going to have two sets of eclipses. April, May, and also October, November. And there's going to be more eclipses, I heard, following in 2023. So we are entering another 2-year period of karmic events happening one after the other. Lisa, I see Lisa from Ohio, Leah Jones from Orange County, New Jersey, and Nicole in British Columbia. So for me personally, I have been having, computer problems. I had to take it to the store and fix it. Therefore, I lost all of the recordings that I did for you guys. I had, before I had to take the computer to be fixed, I have done 6 zodiac signs, the new recordings for November and the new recordings for the new year 2022. And I lost all of that. Therefore, I am re-recording everything. I am doing the recordings for the year 2022. I mean, at this point, I just gave up doing the November readings. So there is some weird energy going on with online activities. So Misty Ann from Arizona, Nina Jones from Ohio. Okay, so let me see what the Akashic Records have to tell you about this eclipse today. It feels like what they're showing me, they're giving you an example that you are able to comprehend. You know the old-fashioned way we used to find the direction north, south, okay? Or if you are navigating in a boat, you used to have, I don't know what the word for it is in English, in Albania we used to call it bussola, and the magnetic strip there, the magnetic indicator, it's disoriented, it's all over the place. So this is an example of how this new eclipse initially is making all of us feel, okay? It feels like there's a lot that it's happening, but deep down everything is fine. So a compass, yes, thank you, Lisa. It feels that right now each and every one of us is going to analyze, overanalyze, going back and forth in your mind to analyze any decision that maybe you have made in your mind. And for anything that you felt very sure about your decisions, and now there's going to be that energy of feeling pretty restless about it, questioning everything. Is this the right direction to go or not? Many of you right now are questioning, a relationship. For some of you, this is your marriage that you're questioning. Other ones are questioning your relationship that you are in. Or you may also be questioning a certain friendship situation. It feels like one after the other, there's going to be also something that will be showing up financially for many of you to kind of go over it. For some of you, it's going to be a second chance to go over taxes. For other ones, it's going to be any misunderstandings that you may have had about money. It's going to be about bills. Some of you could be preparing here for some kind of a bill to go up. You may be getting a notification that the rates are going up, the fees are going up, prices are going up. For some of you, you could be dealing with a situation where there could be an announcement about from a landlord. Maybe they're going to make changes into the rent situation, or maybe raising rent or raising the mortgage. You are going to be hearing about some changes that certain banks are going to be doing. They could be changing their online system. Okay, you know, when you log in into your bank account, and now that's going to look different. They're telling me that for some of you, you are going to seriously start to start to look into investments. For many of you, you're going to feel very unsure and very insecure about your investments. You could be thinking, oh my God, I just invested a lot of money in this. What did I do? Maybe I should take it out. So you have to be very careful here with any financial decisions, because if you make a financial decision now and you have to deal with one of those situations where the money is locked in, either in a bank, in a contract, and you cannot take it out, okay, you are going to be in this circumstance, and this is going to influence you for at least 6 months. Pay attention to who is giving you advice right now. You don't have to go by the first opinion or the first advice that you get. Get a second opinion, get a third opinion. If you are dealing with a doctor, again, if you don't like what the first doctor is saying, schedule an appointment with a second doctor to get a different opinion. If you are dealing with a financial advisor, the same thing. If you are dealing with a car mechanic. So it does feel that if you don't trust what is being shown to you, what advice is being given to you, what guidance is being given to you professionally or not, get another opinion from a different source. For many of you, I'm also shown that you are going to grow out of a certain circumstance, and you're not going to feel the need to be in that circumstance. During this time, you're going to feel that you have outgrown certain people, you have outgrown certain friendships, you have outgrown certain associations that you have. If you are part of a country club, you're going to feel the need to change that. As you are part of, if you have any subscriptions, you get a newsletter on online magazine, online communities. If you follow somebody on YouTube or somewhere else, you're going to feel that for many of you, maybe you have outgrown this, and you are going to either unsubscribe or make some adjustments to these subscriptions. Many of you are now going to be drawn to new people with fresh energy, to maybe more reliable sources. You may discover new mentors, you may discover new teachers, you may discover a new form of astrology that maybe you were not so aware of it before. You may discover a new modality. It could be a new way of healing with energy, a new way for you to deal with your stress. So you are going to find out something else that maybe you were not aware of it before, just something different. It's not about good or bad. You may just discover something entirely different that is going to open your mind and is going to introduce you to a whole new series of modalities, to a whole new series of new things. During this time, you may also end up discovering a new app. You may discover a new feature. Maybe you have had that computer for God knows how many years, but you didn't know that your computer, if you press this and you press that, you get to create something. Maybe you don't know all of its functions and features. And that could be, for other things that you use, where you stand right now. You're going to feel that in your daily life, maybe you don't have the same structure anymore. Oh, okay, you have to address things that are happening right here, right now. Therefore, whatever you have planned for the day, you have to reschedule that again. So what is required of you right now is flexibility. You have to be very flexible with your time. Okay, so that you can address issues as they come up. And for some of you, it's not a matter of issues, it's a matter of you feeling spontaneous and wanting to do other things. So make sure that your time allows flexibility. Trust issues are going to come up for a lot of you. And remember, an eclipse has the tendency to influence you for 6 months. This eclipse, though, is going to have a huge emotional impact, okay? The emotional influences of this eclipse, you're going to feel them down the line for 6 months. How you absorb everything emotionally, how you emotionally react. But you are also going to notice a change, that where is it that before your emotional reaction was too much or you didn't know how to handle it, this time around your emotional reaction, how you emotionally handle the situation is different, is more centered, is more grounded. You may just discover in yourself a certain strength that either you did not know that you have, or maybe you're going to feel like, oh my God, before the pandemic or before this situation happened to me, this is who I used to be. It's reminding you more and more of your true old self, and it's bringing your attention to your authenticity. If you find anyone during this time that suddenly they decide to disconnect from you, to break up, or not to talk to you, do not be surprised, because it's all about authenticity. Either you may not feel the need to talk to a person because it's just not authentic to who you are. Okay, you are growing up. Remember, you are maturing. And for some of you, it could be you that may decide to put an end to things, or it could be the other party. But for some reason, it feels a little confusing when this happens, because for some of you, you may have to deal with that abrupt disconnection of energies, that abrupt disconnection of communication. What I'm gathering from the Akashic records is that any type of breakups that are happening around this eclipse may turn out to be not so final. There's going to be a need for many of you later on to get some closure, to clarify things. For some of you, there could also be certain types of misunderstandings. So not for everybody, but for some of you, after 6 to 8 months from this, you are going to be given some kind of another opportunity to go back and maybe clear things out, to come back together as friends, as lovers, whatever the situation is. So this coming back together is not going to happen to everybody. Okay, for some of you, you're going to have the sense that if you have been dwelling on legally finalizing a divorce, now you're going to feel more determined to go through with this divorce finalization. If you have been struggling back and forth with some kind of a settlement, this eclipse will force you to finally settle, whether that is a lawsuit to settle out of courts, in terms of a settlement about a financial deal. Maybe we are negotiating and now we have to decide, it's either, do you accept the offer or not. So it feels like if you are not ready to do this, you're going to feel that the universe is kicking you and forcing you to kind of complete and finalize whatever you need to do. Between the time frame of now and next year this time, so right now is November 2021, between now and November 2022, many of you are going to experience a huge jump in your life. For some of you, it's going to be with your career, finding success that you didn't plan for it. For some of you, it's going to be finances, restoring your finances, or even having some huge financial success. So, in the hard time of the year. And for some of you, it's going to be in terms of a business, being self employed, expanding your business, or maybe you don't plan to, but suddenly you may decide to open a business where a door will be slammed shut, other doors will be opening up. They're not going to open up immediately, though. I'm getting the sense that next year is going to bring to you waves of good fortune. Okay, and this may be happening to you 2 or 3 times throughout the year. So anything that will be happening to you will happen like a series of things in waves. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be a mix situation, good things and bad things, the first wave and then the second wave. For other ones, it's going to be a little bit more clear, okay? Because for some of you, it's going to be about a wave of solutions, boom, dealing with problems that you have had for a long time, then another wave. But right now, you have to be very patient. You have to be very patient right now because it feels like a big storm right before you make it big, okay? And for many of you, you are going to find love in the most unexpected places, okay? And it feels that they're showing me some of you finding love, not only in the most unexpected places, but also it doesn't feel like you are prepared for this. Some of you have given up on love. You're not even thinking. You're just going about your day, living your life, and boom, suddenly you feel this connection to someone. Okay? And it feels like this may be happening. You're going to be in that energy between now and the next 6 months. They are not telling me whether these relationships, this love attraction is meant to be long term or not, but it's going to be significant. It doesn't matter how long it's going to last. For many of you, somebody else may be taking an interest in you. They may be taking an interest in your work, in your career. Maybe they're going to approach you with some type of a job offer. For other ones, they're going to take an interest on your activities on social media. Maybe you post something on social media that is going to attract the right attention from the right company, and maybe this company wants to offer you a deal. Okay, it could be that during this time you attract the attention of someone who has the power to promote you, maybe to promote your channel, maybe to promote your book, so to help you to have an important breakthrough. You cannot hesitate during this time to ask for advice or to ask for help. Because with this kind of energy, and unless you are very upfront, I need help with this, help won't be automatically offered to you because people are not going to understand if you need help, if you need encouragement, if you need anything else. So you have to be very clear and very precise. I'm shown here the energy of misunderstanding. You thought you understood something, but then you misunderstood the instructions. And that's why you have to be very precise with what do you need, okay? If you have a schedule, make sure that you confirm that schedule. If you're going to a meeting, make sure that everything is double-checked and confirmed. If you are traveling, if you are dealing with anything else of importance, because there could be tiny little misunderstandings here, and then you may end up either being late or going to the wrong address. There's also that sense that tiny little things don't work or they aggravate you throughout the day, and then you end up just losing time, okay? It feels like bullshit, okay? You try to use the microwave, something is wrong. You trying to use the internet, is in and out. Okay, tiny little things like that. But you are also going to be given a great deal of patience, okay? Because not everybody is going to lose their mind over little mishaps. Where you feel that your energy is low and you need to slow it down, follow that. On the other hand, people that have been on this low energy feeling for months, now you're going to receive a boost in your energy. Little by little, you're going to feel stronger in your physical body, healing or recuperating from any aches, pains, illness, surgeries, okay? Because that huge boost in your health, little by little, is going to lead towards spring. And by spring next time, you are definitely going to feel so much better with your health, like a huge jump. Okay, you're going to feel so much better. So something important with improve with your health. For the time being, you need to pay attention to anything that you may be eating. Make sure that it's washed properly, and make sure that it's cooked properly, because either you are ignoring the instructions of how to cook it, or maybe you forget to, I don't know, rinse your vegetables. So I'm getting the sense that you may be dealing with your stomach being sensitive, so something about your digestive tract here, and you need to pay attention what could be aggravating maybe your digestive tract. For those of you who have a problem with headaches or migraines, for some reason I'm shown that migraines are going to be gone. Okay, for some of you, you're not doing anything different. For other ones, you could be finding the root cause of that. But I am sure that if you have been dealing with persistent migraines or persistent headaches, you are coming to an end of that cycle. And the most important thing for you to remember, and this is for everybody, we are all going to be affected by this, regardless of your zodiac sign. It feels like a whole karmic cycle is getting ready to come to an end. So these eclipses now, it's like they are setting you up. They are preparing you for the next set of eclipses that are going to happen next year. A whole karmic cycle is coming to an end. You're going to feel the need to push for a change. You're going to feel the need to renovate your home. You're going to feel the need to renovate yourself, for that matter, reinvent yourself. You're going to be looking at decorations, okay? So things that maybe next year weren't so important, suddenly they're going to be more important, because you're going to enjoy doing the mundane things a lot more. Pay attention when you walk. For some of you, particularly, if you are clumsy by nature, okay, there's the energy here of slipping and falling. You have to pay attention, okay? Make sure that you are wearing comfortable shoes. And I'm also getting those of you who maybe have aches, pains, or issues to address with your feet, with your legs, could be varicose veins, could be athlete's foot, could be something else. I'm getting that you could be going in treatment, you may be going in physical therapy, you could be finding some cure or some solution to it. And feet are connected to the chakra that keeps you grounded. There's a lot of this energy that is going to affect the chakras that keep you grounded, like your feet. Okay, that's why for some of you, where is it that you felt grounded? You're not going to feel grounded until you feel grounded again. It's going to shake your belief system. It's going to shake any beliefs that you felt very sure about it. But ultimately, okay, it's like a psychic intervention in your chakra. They had to go in, okay, to poke you. Is going to hurt a little bit so that they can fix the chakra that keeps you grounded, so that the foundation that you are creating is stronger. Right now, in the next 6 months, you are going to be creating the foundation for your future. You are going to be creating the foundation for your success, the foundation for a future love, a future marriage, the foundation for better finances, the foundation for your social media. Okay, maybe some of you, that's your career, that's what you like to do. So it's creating the foundation for everything, where you want your life to go from now on in the next few years. It's very important that you understand when to give yourself a mental break, and not to go back and forth in your mind, not to exaggerate the problem, not to over dramatize the situation. And you are going to discover so much trickery from this eclipse. You're going to discover anyone who was trying to give you an illusion. You're going to be able to see now the truth from the lie. You are going to be dealing with scammers. There's a lot of scamming situations going around, emails, fake phone calls, take emergency situation when they want you to give their your bank account and stuff. Hackers are on full gear during this holiday season, so you have to be very, very careful. And you may just discover what was done and said beyond the scenes. Okay, so how you view a person or a group of people is going to change, because now you know what they say, in private, and how, you know, they present themselves completely different when they are with you or in public. You're going to get to know people truly for who they are. Okay, so you have to be very careful here, because not every truth that is going to be revealed is going to be comfortable, and not every lie being exposed is going to be easy to deal with. But the important thing is that whatever is happening behind the scenes will be exposed, thus allowing you to know where to go from now. Where is the truth? Where is that line between illusion and the truth? And they are showing me spontaneous moments, okay, where extra guests show up and they just make the party better. Trying to reconnect with friends from the past, feeling the need to see people that you haven't seen or spoken in a long time. It has that light, airy energy around it. Okay, you know, sometimes you have a conversation for hours and it feels like you always knew one another, or it feels like you haven't spoken in a year, but that makes no difference, because the moment you reconnect, it was like you never stopped talking. These are those spontaneous moments. I'm also shown that for a lot of you, you still need to be on alert, and you still need to practice good hygiene. And I'm talking about the coronavirus here, because depending on where you live, there could be some sort of a resurgence, or it could be like a new variant. And I'm getting the sense here that not everything will be covered by the media. Okay, so I'm not trying to panic, to make you feel panic or anything, but if you had in your mind that idea that this is it, the pandemic is over, it's not quite over yet. Okay, so you still need to practice very good hygiene about it. Okay, for some of you, they're showing in your hands. So if you are somebody who had any problems with your hands, like fibromyalgia, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, okay? So I'm just going to not mention it again. I know I'm not saying that word correctly. So something here is going to hurt again, okay? And as a result of that, you are going to be pushing yourself to find maybe an alternative treatment, or maybe seek advice from another doctor here, so that you can get to the root of this. And then I'm getting the sense that your hands are not going to hurt anymore, or it could be your shoulder. So arms, hands, and shoulder. Many of you are going to start maybe by accident. Maybe you're not going to think much of it, but you may start some kind of either spiritual practice, and you're going to be like, ooh, I'm liking this. I'm going to continue to do this because I like it. I can see the benefits. Some of you may pick up some kind of a sport. You may pick up like training at a gym. You may pick up doing some kind of exercise, yoga from home, and you're going to be like, ooh, I'm liking this. I can see results. And it's not going to be about your body. It's going to be about your mind. You're going to be like, ooh, you know, my mental space needs this. I need to do this for my mental health. And that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be one of those situations when you try something for the first time and you're going to be like, I like this. I'm going to do this again. You may try a new recipe. You may try some new fruits, vegetables. You may try a new social setting. You may try a new way of doing things, but you're going to be like, this is really convenient for me. It's practical. I'm going to continue to do this because I see the benefits for this. And understand, where is it that you felt a little bit disconnected? You felt like there's a falling out. There's some kind of a breakup it feels that next year, little by little, this is a setup, okay? Because next year, little by little, you are going to naturally, very naturally, going to draw in your life people with whom you resonate much more. Because as you are growing, as you are evolving, understand everybody is in their journey of maturity. Not everybody is going to mature in the same way. Everybody has, you know, their own different separate life, their own separate opinions, so on and so forth. So it feels that next year it's going to be a lot easy for a lot of you to naturally attract friends, groups of people where you can easily connect and easily have a good time. There's going to be like soul to soul connection. Okay, so this is what they're telling me about this eclipse. But for the time being, pay attention to your finances, because some of you may end up overestimating finances. Okay, whatever you are planning on doing, you're thinking you have the money and maybe you end up being a little bit short. Okay, so make sure that you check on your online activities, online banking all the time. So keep track of everything, how you spend your money, how money is coming in, get receipts, verify everything. When it comes to money, don't take anybody's word for granted. Okay, just check, ask for receipts, do the proper verification. Okay, when it comes to money. So that's what they recommend for you guys. I hope that this is making sense to you. So I don't know if anybody here is already resonating with this, because obviously this is an eclipse. Many of this stuff is going to begin to transpire little by little over the course of the next 6 months. But some of you, okay, may already feel the effect of this eclipse. And another important thing for this eclipse is the power of manifestation. Many of you are either going to take a course, you may take a workshop, you may read about manifesting. Other ones, you don't know that naturally you are an alchemist and naturally you have the ability to manifest. So you are going to manifest something from this full moon new eclipse. So it's a good full moon to manifest. So if you are somebody who does like a ritual to manifest or a ritual to cleanse your energy, do that. You're going to feel the power of it more strongly than before. And it's also about reconnecting you to the true essence of your soul, okay? If normally you give a damn about what everybody else thinks of you, or, you know, you're doing your thing and other people comment about it like you are meant to accommodate them and not your life, you're going to be like, yeah, let them blah, blah, blah talk. I'm just going to do my own thing. It's like suddenly you're going to be like, I don't know what happened to me. I just don't give a damn about you anymore. I have my life. You go and live yours. Okay, stop wasting your life commenting on what I do. So that's going to be the attitude of many of you, okay? And that's going to happen to your surprise. You don't expect yourself to have this kind of nonchalant reaction, but that's what's going to come up for you. And I'm going to address a few questions at the end, if the Akashic Records allow me. Okay, and I just wanted to introduce to you some of the new paintings that I made. So as some of you know, I started to channel paintings. I opened the Akashic Records. I channel a painting for my client that is specifically channeled for that client. Okay, and at the end, I have a conversation with the client and with the Akashic Records, and he decides. So it's already charged, infused with the energy of the Akashic Records because it's channeled through them. But it's also, I also charge it with Reiki. Okay, I charge it with Reiki. Okay, you can always commission a painting. Ask me, you know, if you go on my social media on the community tab on this channel, you can see pictures of my paintings if you are still interested. Okay, so this is my latest painting that a client commissioned. It's not going to make sense to you, but this is what transpired for this client. Okay, and this is connected to something that she deeply understands. When she saw the painting, it made sense to her. It had emotional effect on her. Okay, so this it was for her. So the theme here is the guardian of the golden egg. Okay, and it's my first time when I opened the records and they told me about the golden egg. I did not know about it. So golden egg is it's meant to be some kind of a secret that as I'm working with a client, I will also discover the secret about it. Okay, so usually they start by telling me what colors to use. Okay, so my inspiration is always the colors, and then I channel a vision. You know, I see something in my mind and I try to paint that. So nobody's teaching me how to paint. I just do that by channeling the Akashic records. And if you remember from my last live stream, okay, I told you that when I see the red cardinal, this is a symbol that the spirit of my father who has passed decades ago is near me. So I had to paint that because I needed to get my healing. You know, when I paint, I heal many of my personal emotional wounds. And this is something that I painted out of joy. Okay, two kissing red cardinals. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, for some reason, it was last year for the longest time, the Akashic Records used to show me a lot of images of birds. There were birds everywhere in the Akashic records. This is a rose that I painted some time ago, but I felt the need to change it a little bit. And because some of the colors that I used for this have a metallic sheen to it, the camera doesn't pick it up. So it's a lot prettier when you see it in person. I just had to change the colors of it a little bit for this one. Okay. And again, this painting is available for sale, for purchase. Okay, if anybody is interested. And again, whoever purchases my paintings, we're going to have a phone conversation, like a little conversation, okay? And we're going to decide what kind of a Reiki energy is appropriate for you to have. So this way, every time you look at it, you feel the effect of it. It's not a one-time thing. When these are fused with Reiki or when these are fused with the Akashic Records, it's there in the painting forever to benefit you and also anybody else that may be looking at it. So I hope that my explanation about the paintings is making sense to you. Okay. So thank you, Nicole. You like the candle? Yeah. I was so in love when I made this candle. I was so in love with it. I did not want to put this up for sale until today. Today, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So when I make paintings, I feel the need to keep them for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks before I post them online for sale. But the feeling that I had when I painted this was so much in love. Like every time I look at it, I'm mesmerized by it. Like I don't know how I painted this because I don't feel like I'm the one who's painting. I feel like I'm just offering my hand, but you know, something else is doing the work. Okay. So if anybody has any questions about the Akashic Records or anything else that maybe everybody can benefit, they're telling me to answer to 3 questions before I close the live stream. And please, guys, always remember to like, to share, to subscribe. And when you subscribe, please remember to turn on the notification bell. When you click on the bell, you're going to see all personalized or some. So click on all. So this way you are going to be notified for all the activities on this channel. So I'm not seeing any questions. Yeah, like, you know, let me know if, for example, this has some kind of an emotional effect on you. Okay, you can see now, you know, you can see now a little bit the metallic sheen. You really can see that the egg here is golden. Okay, that's why I'm saying like the camera doesn't always pick up the different reflections of it. Okay. So I'm trying to be careful in crowds, but I don't really go anywhere in big crowds personally. I mean, there's nothing anywhere else where to go anymore. Okay, it's like the biggest crowd you can find is a restaurant. You know, people don't go out anywhere anymore. So, you know, uh, yeah. So Rosa Maria is saying that egg is powerful. Okay. Therese, I just did a whole new live stream for it, and you're asking me now at the end about the full moon. You have to rewatch the live stream. So for feeling so tired, again, it's connected to the full moon. Basically, your system needs to reset, either physically, emotionally, or energetically. So with each and every eclipse, there's a reset that happens for you. So it's normal for some people. So there's a switch of energy. Okay, the people who have a lot of energy and all of that, suddenly now they feel tired because, you know, they need to reset, they need to charge their batteries. And for other people that have been feeling tired and under the weather for the entire year, boom, now the switch happens. So little by little, they're going to build their physical strength. Hi, Tammy, how are you? Okay, so this was it. So if you have any questions about what the Akashic records are, okay, what do they mean? Because even though I've been doing this for a long time right here on this channel, I also do tarot readings. Okay, some people maybe don't quite understand the Akashic records. The Akashic records are the dimension that is closer to God. Now, in the spiritual world, we refer to it as the source. Okay, this is like a universal library where everything that is happening in the universe, okay, is being recorded there. What was the past, what is happening right now, and the future. The difference is that the Akashic records respect your free will. And because you have free will, not everything is written in stone. Okay, therefore, with the Akashic records, they will give you options based on the question that you have. If you are dealing with a question, yes or no, should I quit? Should I stay? Yes or no, what should I do? They're not going to order you, yes, stay, okay, because they respect your free will. We're not doing tarot reading here, okay? And you're not getting my personal opinion. Everything that you get is purely from the Akashic records. I simply act as an interpreter. Not only I'm not allowed to give you my opinion, but also my opinion is blocked. Okay, and the Akashic records will tell you if you decide yes, this is a prediction from that, the good and the bad. If you decide no, this is a prediction for that, good and the bad. And now, out of your free will, you get to choose. And if the Akashic records feel that maybe there's another alternative, they will offer to you also the alternative. So you do not open anybody's Akashic records without their permission. One, the Akashic records are very protective of you, and they are very protective of me. Okay, even if I want to, there's no way for me to open somebody else's Akashic records without their permission, because the records block you. What they show you, if you are somebody who works with the Akashic records in the pathway prayer process, what they show you, you're going to see like white images turning their back on you, okay, and not communicating with you, because the Akashic records are energies. These are not, you know, people that have been reincarnated, so these are just energies, okay? And there's levels of energies that protect the Akashic records. It's not a matter of one archangel or one group of entities. There's like different groups of entities protecting that. It's deeply inappropriate to open somebody else's Akashic records without their permission, number one. Number two, it's deeply prohibited to open somebody's Akashic records who is under 18, okay? Even if you try to, you know, you do the ritual, the process on how to open them, boom, they block it. You cannot do that. And I also had a client who lied to me about their age, okay? She was located in Europe in a different country. So I tried to open her records, and they just wouldn't open because the client never told me she was under 18. Okay, and I asked her several times. Okay, and because she was young, she didn't understand that this is a real thing. Okay, I cannot do that. Even if you are under 18 and you're giving me permission, I cannot do that. So she lied to me. So as she was asking questions, boom, I realized she was under 18. She was still in high school, and she was trying to decide about college. So I had to close the Akashic records right away. Okay, so that also happens. Okay, clients can also misrepresent themselves. So physically, Jesus obviously is not on earth, but you have to understand that many people on earth are connected to the Christ consciousness. Okay, and it's so how you as a human see things is very different from how the Akashic records explain everything. So when they explain things to people, they have to go down in the level that you are able to understand. So the Akashic records always talk about the Christ consciousness. Yeah, so definitely. So it's not only energetically, but it's also legally as well. Whatever is legally appropriate here on earth, okay, is also deeply respected by the Akashic records. And also energetically, you're not allowed. I mean, think about it. If you are under 18, you're still home living with your parents, you don't really have a full life yet. Okay, you don't really belong to yourself yet. You don't get to make all of the decisions in your life. Therefore, what's the use of the Akashic records? The Akashic records, are you are allowed to open them when you are, when you have your own life. You have legal rights. Okay, you have more control over your life. Okay, so that was a very, very good question. So boundaries are very important. And for me as a person, not only because I work with the Akashic records, but even before I had any sense of the spiritual work and before I started this spiritual practice, I wanted people to respect my boundaries. Therefore, my first reaction is, if I'm respecting your boundaries, okay, that's your cue for you to respect my boundaries. So privacy matters are very important. Whatever transpires in the Akashic records is deeply private and personal between me and the client. Okay, so I hope that this is making sense to you guys. So yeah, you can do healing. You can do healing with the Akashic records. So getting a reading from the Akashic records is a very different service from an Akashic healing. Like if you go to my website, you can see the difference, and you can see the difference in prices. Healing with the Akashic records. You're going to write down your story. Why do you feel that you need a healing? And don't worry where to begin, okay? You may write pages of it. So this way, when you come to me for the session, you have some notes, because some people forget. Okay, and they get confused in that moment. They don't know where to begin. So you're going to read your story to me. The Akashic records are going to listen, and me. The Akashic records know everything about you, but I don't, okay? And if you leave something out, don't worry. They're going to tell me what questions to ask, because maybe you don't know that this is something where you need healing. Maybe you feel like, oh my God, I'm poor, I can make money. You feel like, this is it. And the Akashic records could be a tiny little thing that you don't know. So the Akashic records are going to tell you the root cause. Where is it that everything originated? It originated in a past lifetime. It's purely a circumstance in your life that is not connected to anything else. Is it astrological? Is it connected to your astrological chart? Is it connected to karma, your personal karma or your family karma? Has it been passed on to you through family or your DNA? So on and so forth, because it could be like 1,000 reasons. It could be environmental, okay? And based on that, then I'm going to proceed with something that in my language I call a protocol. Okay, and the protocol is different depending on what the root cause is. So this is one form of the Akashic healing. And after the Akashic healing, that healing is still happening in the ether in the next 24 hours. Okay, so when you heal an issue with the Akashic records, it means that it's not going to be passed on, it's not going to affect you anymore, and it's not going to be passed on to your next generation and anyone else in your DNA line, because you don't know how many people you have in your DNA line and how many people are affected by this. From the same problem, people are affected in different ways. Also, other people benefit from this. So one person gets to do this and the whole DNA line benefits, if that makes sense. So there's different forms of healing. So go to my website. I also have like a service specifically to look into your talents. If you need to emphasize a talent right now, okay, to embrace it, or if you need to disintegrate a talent because you don't need it anymore and it's causing more trouble than good. Okay, and this is how I learned how to paint. When you go through trainings with the Akashic Records, you actually do this on yourself. You work with yourself, okay, and then you work with the client. So I did that for myself, and that's how, boom, the desire to paint started to kick in. I can also do. I'm a nutritionist. I have a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics. But I also created the spiritual nutrition when I do nutrition, but I also open the Akashic Records to look into your nutritional needs and questions and all of that. So there's a lot of services with the Akashic Records. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I don't want to bore you with this long explanation. Okay, but that was a very good question. Okay. I also do Reiki, obviously, because I've used my paintings with Reiki. So ever since the pandemic, I don't see people anymore. Everything is done online. I used to have Reiki practice. I used to have an office in Quincy, Massachusetts, where I live, but obviously I had to close that one. So until I feel that, or until the Akashic Records give me the signal that it's safe for you now to open a practice and to see people one-to-one, then I will do that. But for right now, they're telling me this is much more convenient. I don't need, to spend extra money on to rent an office anyway. So I hope that this is making sense to you, and thank you guys for your compliments. Thank you so much. Okay. So I hope that this is making sense to everyone. I love it when you ask me questions about the Akashic Records because I'm so passionate about it. I can't stop talking about. Or when you ask me questions about Reiki or Tarot or other or other things, okay, you can see the passion in me. I was nobody before this. I was just like you. I never heard about it. Okay, I didn't even know the difference between religion and spirituality. And in some ways, I feel that each chose me. And my inspiration and my motivation to do what I do is when I get to help people. So when it comes to the COVID, the Akashic Records have told me before the pandemic that it will be up to the free will of people. This is not something that is destined, and here's a date is going to end by this time. Okay, but it's going to be up to the will of people. Definitely is going to be gone. But I'm shown that actually the world is going to go back to, if I can call it normal, I'm shown 2023, because even in 2022, there's going to be, not from the virus and the disease, but financially, we are going to feel the effect on that. Okay, so I'm actually, as of right now, like before the pandemic in 2020, like in January, February, actually, the first time they told me about it, it was in November 2019, they told me about the pandemic. Okay, and they told me that by the end of 2021, there's going to be another big wave. Okay, it feels like, oh, it's dying, nothing is happening, and then boom, there's a big flare before it goes away. Okay, so yeah, we still need to watch out. So it's a matter of free will. That's all there is to it. So I hope that this is making sense to you guys. But plus, also don't forget, the world is big. There are so many countries out there that don't know how to handle it. Either they don't understand the importance of it, or they don't have the means, like you guys have in United States or in Canada or in Australia. Okay, so when you ask when the COVID is going to be over, we're asking for the entire world. So if it comes to the entire world, I'm shown 2023. If I'm shown United States, I'm shown the last 6 months of 2022. So, it changes, it depending on the country. But 2023, this is when I see 90% of it gone, and I'm talking for the entire planet, for different countries. And in the meantime, a lot of systems are going to change. The immigration system is going to change in a lot of countries, including United States. The presidency, how they choose the president or the ruler of the country, Okay, the ruler of a country could be the queen or the president or I don't know who. Okay, so political systems, banking systems, everything will be changing. And they are comparing this to the time, centuries ago when we didn't have banks. When banks showed up, it was like people were afraid at first. Okay, it was a big change. Okay, and now after that, we went through another change. Now you can do banking online. There's no need for a physical bank. So there's going to be huge changes like that, but cash is not going to disappear. Okay, so it's going to happen. It's going to be like a true revolution because of the technology and because of the our belief that, hey, I don't need to talk to you. I'm good in my own, identity. I'm good in my own zone. And now we are forced to communicate with one another. We are forced to communicate with other countries, not to ignore each other's needs, and to be polite with our neighbors. That's why the pandemic needed to happen. So we are sensitive to what is happening in other countries because it's a butterfly effect. What happens in another country, little by little, it finds you in your country when it comes to money, food resources, diseases, how the healthcare is handling everything. And having accessible healthcare, it's a major factor that spiritually a lot of entities are trying to reinforce that human beings need. Okay, and it's a big awakening how different countries are able to afford healthcare and vaccines so that you have a choice whether to do it or not. Do you know how many countries don't have that choice? So don't take anything for granted when it comes to healthcare and your health. I mean, I've been going through surgeries. I had a tumor removed. I've been going through so much. Okay, my entire weight has changed because of it, because my intestine can absorb the food. The food. Okay, so one medical problem started to happen after one another, and I am the kind of person who eats right. I'm a nutritionist, and I used to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Okay, so pay attention to yourself, respect one another. It's like live and let live. There's no need for hate. You wasting your life hating something or someone. Why? Why do you have to benefit from it? Okay, so shake your booty. Any chance that you have to shake your booty, dance in the shower, dance in the street, like who cares? Okay, we're all going to die one day, so live your best life now. Don't worry so much about the distant future. Worry about, right now. Thank you so much, Graceful Elle. So this is what I personally learned. Okay, if you have your health, everything else you're going to get to resolve. So I believe that today in United States, they were able to pass a law about making healthcare more accessible, more affordable. It's a huge karmic shift. It happened on the eclipse. It was meant to happen. Okay, and they were talking about a possibility here to give immigrants a valid working number that is not finalized. Okay, but it is a possibility. You never know. Everybody deserves a chance, an opportunity. Everybody, like immigrants, are only looking for an opportunity. Okay, it's just an opportunity. Okay, so this is it. I hope that this is making sense to you. Thank you very much for allowing me to share my journey right here with you and to open up with you. I hope that my personal stories are able to inspire someone out there. Okay, and to motivate you. Thank you very much for being here, for your presence. Contact me for a private reading. Go to my website, www.amalightworker.com. Email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. I love you guys. Happy holiday season, and I will reconnect with you soon. And Graceful Elle is confirming she's also been dancing a lot. Yeah. Okay, so allow your light to shine. When your light shines, you're not going to have a problem with somebody else's lights shining as well, because your light wants more light. Light attracts lights. Okay, likes attract likes. Okay, your light, okay, will always attract somebody else's light, and that's the point of connection. And Nicole, I'm very, very happy for you. I see you on Facebook and how much success you are having with a book and how excited you are for it. So good for you. Congratulations. Okay, so I'm going to end things now with this live stream. You can always rewatch it later. And that's it for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good night, guys. Bye.